So yeah, let's because we got a couple agents on here. We're gonna kind of start taking some outbound calls. I think guys, like, barrier to entry for inbound and in this particular moment in time, having to buy those states, not really knowing how many pods you need to keep a sufficient lead flow coming in. Outbound just seems like it could be the answer for, a lot of the agents that I talk to, especially with onboarding. It's a damn shame they're not on the call right now, though. I'll tell you that much. I mean, I should have like 5 other agents on the call today. So, I don't know, but what do you do? So nobody's W-2. I just got to lead by example, right? So why don't we do this? Why don't we role play your intro, if you don't mind? Let's role play. Brand new TTC lead pops in, and then I want to role play some TV follow-ups for my guys who are taking TV leads, who might maybe have some in the queue. So Noah, you've got your hand pretty firm grasp on that. And then we'll bounce back and forth from outbound to inbound. Does that sound good? Before we do that, does anybody have any pressing issues, concerns, anything I can help you with right now? No?
Yeah, we can get to it later. It's just questions on dates on apps,
Okay.
issue dates, draw dates, how to balance them.
Okay.
Because we're telling these people they're gonna be able to look at the policy right before the first payment.
Sure.
So I just need a little help with that.
Sure. So Noah, even if they draft that premium, they can still get a refund if they cancel.
Okay.
Right. So when you go to set an effective date on a policy, and they say, like, I want, I get paid on the second Wednesday of every month, I just keep it simple and I just choose the second Wednesday, and I'll go, well, I'll pull up my calendar down here and I'll go, okay, so it's the first of the month. Your first payment's going to be on the 13th. Does that work for you? And by the time you're in the app, they're already sold. So yeah, that's fine. Right.
So make the effective date the same day as the draft date.
Yeah, that's what I do.
Okay.
Yeah. Just because, like, as an agent, independent agent, and with chargebacks being a thing, I want to eliminate like any possibility of messing up their finances, just because they're like on a fixed income. I mean, really, guys, like, it's kind of sad, some of these folks. And that's why I really like to push my referral program with them. I'm like, guys, like, if I know budgets are tight, your premium's only $20, just send one person my way. And your policy is like, I'm going to give you $25 per person. Like, do the math. I can't really tell them, I'm going to pay for your policy, right? But I'm going to send you a referral incentive. So, send some people. But yeah, I try to eliminate as much possibility of, maybe overdrawing their bank account or messing that up. So, I mean, it's happened to me so many times, and I just felt so terrible. All right, sweet deal. So Ashley Bryant, you just changed the introduction for the TTC leads, yeah, or no, for the web, like?
Yeah, I kind of rewrote the script for myself. But yeah, I have my own little version of it.
Cool. Let's role play the intro real quick.
Okay.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
All right. So I'll be the client. TTC lead comes in, has email, has hobby.
Mhm.
Okay. And date of birth and all that good stuff. So I'm going to answer the phone. You ready?
Right.
All right. Hello?
Hi, Anthony.
Yes.
Hey, Anthony, this is Ashley Bryant with Silver Benefits. I was giving you a call because you put your information in a Facebook page requesting a call about final expense life insurance. And I know how confusing it can be, so I was just calling to see if I could help. Do you have a minute?
Right now it's kind of a bad time.
Not a problem, Anthony. By the way, I see from your lead that you said your hobby is working out. Is that correct?
Yes.
Perfect. Anthony, let me just tell you a little bit about who I am and what I do. Again, my name is Ashley Bryant, and I'm an insurance agent licensed in Texas.
Okay, great job. Got right there. Beautiful. Guys, just so you know, like, Ashley hasn't been on our huddles in how long? So that day when we did script training, and I was like, just like weave it and then go back into the script, right? It's like perfect textbook. So I'm gonna tell you who I am and what I do. And she was right back into the script, even though I said I didn't have time, right? So that was beautiful. I just want that intro in there, and then maybe just throw a smoke screen. I'm not ready. I like also that you say exactly where the lead came from, right? Mm-hmm. Like, you filled your information out from a Facebook page. I know how confusing that can be sometimes. Do you have a second? All right. So do you get that a lot? I don't really have the time.
Oh, they all say that.
And then you just hit them with, oh, no, I completely understand. I just have that your favorite hobby is X, Y,
Pretty
Z.
much. You just keep going, and if they stop again, then it's not a smokescreen. But at this point, I'm not setting up a follow-up with you just because I've said, like, you put your information in Facebook. There needs to be more, otherwise you're not gonna remember me.
Perfect. Yeah, love it. So and not bragging on you or anything like that, but I mean, how much AP did you put up last week?
12,000.
And is that your outbound?
I'm outbound only.
All outbound, guys.
Mhm.
So, you know, it's not just me, right? It's other agents that are experiencing success. And I don't even have, I don't know. Let's go into the close. Let's talk about the close for a TTC lead, right? So I just put my information in. You're presenting me the rates, right? I want the 10,000, but I need to think about it.
Perfect, Anthony. Well, I'm so glad you chose this plan. This is the plan that most of my clients choose. So what we're gonna do today is go ahead and get your application and get your approval. What's your middle initial?
I really do want this, Ashley. I promise you I do.
Mhm.
I just need to talk this over with my wife real quick before I can commit to anything.
Absolutely. I'm the same exact way. I have to talk to my husband. So, Anthony, what do you think your wife is gonna say?
Yeah, I don't know. That's why I got to talk to her.
Perfect. Can I ask you a couple questions? Is this a budget thing or is this something else?
Probably a budget thing.
Perfect. What that means is we don't have the right plan for you. So I know you like the 10,000 for the $90. And you're going to check to see if that fits in your budget, right?
Yeah.
So what I find, Anthony, is that when my clients tell me that, if they don't know off the top of their head if it's going to fit, it usually isn't going to fit. So let's look at 7,500.
Okay. And then from there, you just adjust down to meet their budget.
Yeah.
And you tie them back into the price when you ask for the close again. Like,
Right.
for example, right? Like this 7,500, I know you want 10,000, you can always add coverage later on, but this is, you know, something's better than nothing. I'm sure you would
Right.
agree.
Right. And you
Now,
can hear it when you find the price they like, their voice just goes straight up. You can hear it.
right.
So
So tell me about how you feel. And when somebody gives you an objection during the close, do you feel like, what does it feel like to hear that objection the first time and then you rebuttal and then you come back with the second rebuttal? Like when you feel like you've lost the sale, or not, maybe not necessarily lost it, but when you lose it on your terms, right?
mhm.
So how many times does it take you to rebuttal to just kind of like waver to the old, I need to think about it objection? Like 2, 3 times, would you say?
I mean, maybe. I dial into price quite a bit, so I don't really get the let me think about the price objection anymore. So that one goes away. And then the one that, like, if the price is no longer an issue, then it's maybe they're just not sure of who I am. So I would have built more rapport in the beginning and talked about, you can look at my license this way. I only go with A-rated companies that way. And then really we're just getting your approval. So Anthony, what's your middle initial?
Perfect. Cool. And guys, I'm just asking questions, like genuinely curious too, because I'm learning too. I'm doing outbound as well. I just have like the same kind of thing, is where I'll just kind of isolate the true objection, the trust or the price deal. And a lot of our things is like, it does make sense for them to think about it, but they just don't have enough information to think about it, A. And then B, they're afraid of a commitment to a price that they can't afford. Why else would they be afraid of the price? The value doesn't exceed what they're going to pay for it, right? So, so yeah, I think that's great. How many apps did you put up on that 12,000? Just, I'm selfishly asking you so that I can, for my numbers, kind of validate what I have here. I think the average AP for a TTC lead is about $785.
Yeah, so the first TTC lead I sold wasn't very big. It was like 500.
Mhm.
Um, but last week I sold six deals.
And do you know the number of AP on those 6 combined?
Yeah, let me look it up. I had it in front of me, and now that you're asking, I'm all nervous.
Noah,
Six policies, 12,207.
that 12K was all TTC?
No, just one of them.
Oh, okay, the
I
500.
just started TTC lead on Thursday.
Yeah, I got you. All right, so I'll ask you next week. I'll probably
Yeah.
have some more data. Cool. All right, Noah. So we're gonna role play real quick. Just the lead. If you guys have anything else you guys want to role play, I mean, feel free to drop it in the chat. You know, come off of mute, whatever the case is. I just think some of these things are kind of confusing, especially when you're taking TV inbounds and you're just in a flow of like receiving incoming calls. And then you have to like switch your mode into an outbound agent, right? Like, so that can kind of be a little confusing. And it is a switch that we kind of have to turn on and off. So
I adopted a formula.